Don't mind the fact that I'm late again, but this time not by a greater margin. I don't know why I'm always late, but hi, hello. I hope you all are doing well. In the great month of October, it's been 2 weeks. Ish, I think. I've lost track of time. Everything's been flying by so quickly at this point. I can't remember when I last streamed. So, but hi, I hope you all are doing well. Excuse me, my throat's a little funky. But in any case, let us roll over. Also, I hope you guys like I decorated for Halloween month. I do this every year. I think this is my second consecutive year doing this. I can't miss a year, all right? It's in the quota. I gotta hit that milestone. Anyway, rolling over to our announcements for this month, for today. As always, we have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let us review everything that I have on here before we go into talking about news related to Palestine as well as Lebanon. Those are in tandem with each other now. Excuse me. So let us start out with Sudan. They are currently in a war between the Sudanese armed forces and the paramilitary rapid support forces. Sudanese children have been burnt, whether alive or not. That is still disturbing. A boycott has been called for tourism of Dubai / the United Arab Emirates because they don't have any gold mines. They are killing, raping, and terrorizing Sudanese people for their gold, so do not participate in any tourism or buy any gold from the United Arab Emirates or Dubai. Also, women in Sudan have been forced to have sexual intercourse with soldiers to obtain food for their families. This is literal sex slavery. Also, Sudan has been hit with devastating floods, and the Sudanese people are in need. There is a new link I have added for an organization called SAPA that you can follow to donate. Currently, also, in terms of Sudan, more than 10.7 million people have been forced to flee their homes since all of this had begun. And let me read about the flood a little bit. Over 2 million have fled the country. Devastating floods have recently compounded the tragedy of what's going on in Sudan. Dozens of people have been killed, and our critical infrastructure has been washed away in 11 of Sudan's 18 provinces, as according to the local authorities. Congo is in the midst of a silent genocide. Many are being worked to death as slaves in mines in order to mine for coltan, which is a valuable mineral that is used in our electronics such as phones and computers. They are the #1 producer of this mineral. Millions are being killed. Women are being sexually assaulted, and men and children are forced to work in inhumane conditions, with over 6 million killed last I counted. More could have been killed since then. Yemeni people are being punished for their support of Lebanon as well as the Palestinian people. There has been a lot of bombings as well as they are in a famine as of current. And the Haitian people are currently experiencing gang violence as well as Haitian Americans are being... there's an onslaught of xenophobia and racism being hurled toward them. An incident in Springfield, a lot of Haitians were being attacked after misinformation and xenophobia were launched by American far-right personalities, and they were falsely accused of eating pets, which is incredibly xenophobic and racist, of course. There are links in the important links for the month of October down below if you would like to support Sudan, Congo, Yemen, and Haiti, as well as links to Posterity International. They are currently trying to raise $70,000 to provide hygiene kits to displaced people in the Kanyarenchia camp in Congo. The goal is to provide 10,000 hygiene kits. These kits contain essential items such as soap, toothpaste, and sanitary products. There is also a user on Twitter at Coma Bed, SITCOMABED. They started a fundraiser through their Ko-fi for Sudan and Palestine. And also TikTok user at atute_insp, ATUTE_INSP, and her team Mutual Aim. They are trying to collect money for Congo, Sudan, and Tigray, and the donations will be divided between the 3 causes. So if you would like to donate but don't have the funds to do multiple campaigns, this is a great way to help. The Venezuelan people are still in a blackout. If you want to know more, I highly suggest you read through articles. I have reiterated multiple times what has occurred. The short and short of it is there was an election between candidates Edmundo Gonzalez and Nicolas Maduro, but Nicolas Maduro had won through scam voting. He is a violent dictator to the Venezuelan people, and he has done such horrific things as send tons of people to the largest torture facility in South America that is called Helicoide. I am terribly sorry if I am mispronouncing that still. And at least 46 people were killed in over 24 hours after the election. They are still in a blackout. They are still unable to use social media. So please, please, please keep talking about Venezuela and the atrocities that are being committed against the Venezuelan people. Excuse me. It is Black History Month in the UK as well as Blacktober. I wish a fantastic and amazing Black History Month to those of you who reside in the UK, and I hope that it is a wonderful and amazing month. We're already like a week into October, so it started like a week ago, but still, I wish all of those in the UK who are Black a fantastic Black History Month, and as well as those who are celebrating Blacktober, a fantastic and amazing Blacktober, which I believe is a celebration of Black culture in October that follows with like art prompts, celebration of cultures, and many other such discussions around racism and the history of white supremacy, especially being enacted toward Black people. I believe that is what Blacktober is, but please feel free to correct me if I am wrong. It is also Filipino American History Month, so if you are Filipino American, I hope you have a fantastic and amazing Filipino American History Month. Buy from local run Filipino American businesses and read about the history of Filipino American people. Also, links for Black History Month in the UK and Blacktober, I've bumped those up, as well as for Filipino American History Month. Same with Disability Awareness Month. Those of you who are disabled, not just those who have neurodivergencies or mental illnesses, those who have physical disabilities or other kinds of disabilities that may manifest that are not visible. I hope you have a comfortable and lovely Disability Awareness Month. I have also bumped up some links to some organizations you can look through to educate yourself more about disabilities, the different kinds of disabilities there are out there. And it is also LGBT History Month. So I don't remember. I think I have bumped up the links for LGBT History Month. And if I haven't, scream at me and I will fix it for next stream. SAG-AFTRA is currently striking for video game voice actors. On their website, they state, SAG-AFTRA members went on strike against video game employers on July 26th. The strike was called after more than 18 months of negotiations with some of the largest video game companies that ended without a deal. The employers rebuffed our proposals for consent, compensation, and transparency around the use of AI, and instead have countered with loophole-filled language that negates any protections they claim to offer. And so that is still ongoing as far as I am aware. I will double check with that because it has been a little bit since I have checked in, but I am certain they are still striking. The fires in Oaxaca, Mexico that impacted the indigenous population there was devastating, and lots of people lost their lives, a lot of people lost their homes and their valuables, and the government has done nothing to compensate the people of Oaxaca, Mexico, or even help them during when these fires were occurring. So if you would like to support the indigenous population of Oaxaca, Mexico, there are links down below, as well as to support those in Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil, because there was a terrible, terrible, horrible flood that occurred that left over, hang on, I have it written down and I seem to have lost my notes. I always have notes and I'm always prepared, but today I'm a little bit all over the place. Excuse me. Okay, I have the notes here. It has displaced more than 200,000 people and left at least 100 at the time that it was occurring, ongoing, at least 100 people dead, and that could be more since then. So if you'd like to support the people of Rio Grande do Sul, there are links down below. And there are articles that are talking about this as well, that have talked about this. And many of those articles are in Portuguese, which is the predominant main language, the indigenous language that is spoken in Brazil. So if you don't mind, if you speak Portuguese, can read Portuguese, that's perfectly fine. But I encourage you, if you don't, then find some articles in English or translate it, whatever you may choose, as long as you're reading up about what has happened. The indigenous tribes, have been stripped of their clean water rights. There is a link to a New York Times article when this happened to the Navajo down below, as well as links to support indigenous people always and forever. Please don't just do it in this one specific instance. I know Indigenous Peoples Day is this Monday, so a very early happy Indigenous Peoples Day to you all. The wildfires that tore through Maui were incredibly devastating. It left a historic town devastated. Lots of people lost their lives and homes as well. But they have since started to rebuild, which is good news, but still need some support at this time to fully get back to where they were, which I don't think they'll ever fully get back to where they were because of this incredibly devastating fire. But you know what I mean. Just build back up to where they had been at before the fire. So if you would like to support the people of Maui, there are links down below. And finally, before we get on to talking about Palestine and Lebanon, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of businesses discriminating against the LGBT, so there are links to support LGBT people at this time. Excuse me. Okay, so in terms of news regarding Palestine and I almost said Israel, Lebanon, Israel is still committing a atrocious bombing campaign, genocide in Palestine. They are currently they've completely isolated northern Gaza and are systematically liquidating Jabalia, which is a refugee camp in northern Gaza. They've been under siege for over a week now. There's no food aid coming in. They are constantly being bombed, and journalists are being openly targeted. The BBC has described Israel's plans to use medieval siege tactics to ethnically cleanse and settle the north of Gaza as a quote-unquote controversial plan, while acknowledging that not only does Israel not allow people enough time to use the humanitarian corridor to evacuate, they also shoot at people evacuating and are still targeting the south. And they have also made it clear that whoever leaves will not be returning, which is incredibly disturbing and disgusting, and in line with what Israel has been up to for over a year now, as they are still genociding the innocent population of Gaza a year later, and it's disturbing. And now they've extended out to Lebanon, and they are still bombing the people of Lebanon, and I believe there has been retaliation from Iran or Lebanon. I can't recall who, but there have been bombs sent over to Israel, and they have only been targeting not civilian infrastructures, and they've been systematically bombing military officials or people who are participating actively in the genocide, as far as I am aware, which is far more ethical than what Israel has been doing for over a year now. Their most recent that I've been able to find instance of genocide in terms of Palestine, because I've just been saying in no specific details that they've been bombing people, but their specific detail is saying that 26 people were killed in an airstrike on a mosque and a school housing that have been housing displaced Palestinians in the center of Gaza. Dozens of people were injured in the strikes that included the Ibn Rush School and the Al-Aqsa, Martyrs Mosque and Deir al-Balal early Sunday morning last week. So I have links, of course, to support Palestinians. I also have a link to the Lebanese Red Cross. It is an official link, I promise. It looks a bit sketchy, but I promise you it is official, and all donations there will be sent to the Lebanese people that are being bombed at this time. And of course, also all the links that I have to support the Palestinian people. And I highly encourage you to donate to GoFundMe's through GazaFunds.com of those who are trying to escape this genocide, as well as to trusted charities like the PCRF or MAP, whichever you choose, just so long as you are in some way helping the Palestinian people, even if it's just spreading links around and talking about the genocide. That is what is most important. And also including Lebanon while we're at it, because that's also very crucial that we don't forget the Lebanese people as well. One final thing I almost forgot, because I didn't put it down in my notes, but Yom Kippur as well as Rosh Hashanah have passed. It is currently Yom Kippur, I believe, and I wish those of you who are Jewish a easy fast. And I hope that your Rosh Hashanah was also well, and you had a lovely Rosh Hashanah, and I hope that you have a lovely Yom Kippur. I believe it started at sundown yesterday, and I made a community post about it as well. But yeah, I think that is everything I have to talk about today. Making sure I didn't skip anything on my list. No, I did not. Okay, I'm going to put the music on. And I'm gonna swap screens. Yeah! Thank you all so much for listening to the announcements. I always say it, but I still always appreciate it. Sorry I talk fast sometimes. I don't mean to skimp over these important topics. They are deeply important to me, and I want to talk about them and spread more awareness with the platform that I have. So I thank you for listening, and yeah. Hello everybody. Hello, Leah. Hello to Doctors. Well, it's good to see you in chat. It's been a little while. Also, I saw you sharing one of my streams in my notifications and also sharing my posts a couple of times. So it's good to see you still around. I was wondering about you and like, oh, I haven't seen Doctor in chat in a while. And I was like, I hope they're not overwhelmed by work. But I hope you guys are doing well. I forgot to put the sign outside of my door to say I was streaming. Hold on a minute. I'm a mess today. I got out of the shower and then I immediately pressed start streaming. Hold on a second. This bad boy up on my door. There we go. Just so nobody walks in on accident. Oh, crud. Oh wait, no, we're fine. I was like, wait, why are my lights not turning on? It's because it's 7 p.m., not 8. Anyway, but hi, I hope you all are doing well. As I said at the very beginning of stream, I forgot how long it's been since I last streamed. It feels like forever. I think it's been like a week or two. I can't remember. It's a bit of a blur for me. But yeah, I hope you all are doing well. Well, so much has happened since I last talked with you guys, but it's mostly stuff about work. I've just been a busy little bee at work. I guess the most in terms of a work update I can give you guys is like, I don't know if I've been, I can't remember if I let you in on the fingerprinting issue, but I'll have to reiterate that if I have. I've been donating to Palestinian families when I can. If anybody else can do so, I highly recommend it. So it almost guarantees they get food and decent shelter since they are living in tents and winter is coming up. Yes, absolutely. It's getting colder and colder in Gaza, and they've also been, there's a bunch of rainstorms that have come through that have flooded a lot of areas, and it's generally not the best of conditions. So hopefully I urge you to, as Doctor put it, to donate to Palestinian families and help them get the necessary supplies, or even help them evacuate from Gaza, which isn't ideal because of course they want to stay where they've lived their whole lives, but you know, circumstances have forced their hand and they can't, you know, stay. So yeah, GazaFunds.com, y'all. They randomize a bunch of GoFundMe's to donate to. You told me about the fingerprint thing, but I don't think chat's aware. I figured. So, the saga with my fingerprints. I have to do fingerprinting for my job. It's a necessary thing that is required of me, along with like a background check and all sorts of necessary trainings and such. And this has been an ongoing issue since September when I started my job. 3 times now my fingerprints have been rejected, and I don't know why. It's been a pain in my side, and my supervisors are aware of what is going on, and they are just as confused as I am. So, the first time I understood it was because my hands were sweaty. So I was like, okay, that's totally fair. So I made a new appointment, went in, did it again, waited 2 weeks. They were outright rejected, didn't tell me why. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, sure. And then I went and I did them again. I went and did them again. And only just a couple days ago, on Thursday, I think, I got the news again 2 weeks later that they were rejected because of fingerprint quality, which is not my fault. That's not my issue. That's their issue. So I've let my supervisors know, and they're like, what? That's the first they've heard of it. Genuinely, that's the first they've heard of it. And of course, it's always like me that has these problems. Rejected, why? Those fingerprints aren't valid, huh? I know! Well, I don't get it. Why aren't my fingerprints up to the standard? I don't get it. So now I have to go in a 4th time, but this time I'm not going through a fingerprinting place like I did these past 3 times now. I'm going through my local police department to be able to do so, which isn't ideal, but I have to. I have no other choice, and my supervisors are working with me to ensure that I get this done. They told me it was fine. I'm not gonna get taken off the schedule for it, like I initially thought. They're just very confused, and they're at least glad that I'm not shrugging it off and that I'm doing something about it, but it's still very inconvenient. I would like it if I didn't have to keep doing this, but alas. Yeah, that's the saga with my fingerprints. I thought for the longest time it was a me problem, but as it turns out, no, it's them. It's a them problem. Because for some fucking reason, they can't capture my fingerprints, and when they think they have my fingerprints, they don't, apparently. 4th time's the charm, because that's definitely how the saying goes. I know! I thought for certain that the 2nd time I would be fine, because my prints came out so well. I saw it on their, like, machine, because they did it digitally, that I did pretty well. But apparently, the place where they send the prints off to that is connected to my job, they said, oh, nope, they were rejected. And I was like, why? Don't they know they're talking to accomplished YouTube streamer courts? Show some respect to those fingerprints. Shit. Oh my gosh. You guys are ridiculous. Anyway, but that's all the stuff with my job. Other than that, you know, working with kiddos, having a fun time working with them. We got some Halloween stuff planned for them coming up soon. Although they still have an issue listening to me. And also, a couple of my kiddos have been obsessed with horror stories lately, so I've just been telling them horror stories. And the other day, since I was having a rough day because of my fingerprints yesterday, I had a headache, and I was just like, oh, I just don't want to do anything. I just want to get through work, because Fridays are usually my really long days. I have like a 6-hour long shift on Fridays because they get out early on Fridays. So, but those kids, one of them is, she's such a sweet kid, but, like, my goodness, does she like to yell in my ear sometimes. But anyways, I was doing some stuff, and I headed out a little later than the rest of the group because they were outside doing stuff, and I headed out a little bit later. And halfway across the playground, she's yelling at me like, hey! Tell us some horror stories. And I was like, do I have to? And she's like, yes, get over here. And I was like, oh, fine. So I went over there and I told them some horror stories. Although they caused a big fuss because I don't like telling horror stories to the little kids, like the K through 3rd graders, because I don't want to scare the living bejesus out of them. The 4th grade and up, they're fine. But like the younger kids, I'm like, no, I will not tell them horror stories no matter what. And those kids know that. So, but a bunch of the younger kids kept trying to crowd around and get me to tell them the horror stories, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I put my foot down on that. I was like, no, I'm not telling them horror stories. But I got into like a heated argument with a bunch of the kids because they just kept coming over to figure out what was going on, and I just gave up, and I was like, okay, no more horror stories for today. So I threw my hands up. I was like, yeah, okay. And so I didn't tell horror stories the rest of the day. We got Halloween decorations up at my job too. It's hype. We changed all the lights to purple and orange. That's cool. We don't have any Halloween decorations up where we're at, but hopefully we get some soon. Tell us some horror stories. Okay, so this is my 3rd time submitting my fingerprints. Young kids won't understand that. I did actually tell them a couple r/no sleeps because there's a few of those kids that are like obsessed with like serial killers and stuff, and like one of them, I'm concerned about him. But I did tell them a couple of r/no sleeps. I think I told them world's best school psychologist. I told them about we don't talk about Sarah. What other one did I do? Oh my god, I'm blanking. Yeah, but I'm blanking. I told them quite a few. I told them obsessions, which is like a real fucked up one about a guy who's obsessed with symmetry and digs out his eyes. I went a little extreme, but like I won't tell those to the little kids, but yeah. Oh, they also creepypastas too, because one of them literally told me about Jeff the Killer, but it was the details were wrong, and it kind of like sparked something in my head. So I was like, okay, I could tell you guys about creepypastas. But yeah, it's also really funny because the girl that keeps asking me for horror stories hates the endings to them, and it's like, then why do you keep asking me for horror stories if you hate the endings? Oh. Oh no! Oh no, I'm buffering! Oh shit. Oh no! I'm losing frames! Oh god! What is happening? Hello? Why is my internet dead? Hello? Oh no. Come back to me, internet. Come back. Why did my internet die? Hello? What happened? That's not good. Oh, shit. Oh, we're back. Are we so back? What happened? I have a 35-second delay. Are we back? Guys, are we back? Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Thank God it wasn't just me. I'm so sorry. I have a 35-second delay now. We're so back. I'm so sorry. My internet randomly died in the middle of me talking. I don't know how far I got. Shit. What a way to start off stream. Oh, hang on. Wait. Guys, I gotta put up a disclaimer. At least it's not 45 seconds, otherwise I would have a fit and I would start stream over. Hold on. Oh, I lost it. Oh, come back to me. There we go, text. 35-second delay frown. I'll put it above my head. There we go. We are so back. Oh, man. I'm so sorry about that. I think someone might have gone in the bathroom. Hey! Oh my gosh. You know what? This is karma for me talking about the fact that I read the kids' horror stories or like retold horror stories to them. That's karma, baby. That's karma. Whoopsies. Alright. I'll take that one. Sorry, I had to go get a drink of water. Anyway. I was just explaining that Igbar Bidgelstein is a no-sleep that I hold very close to my heart because of, when I read it to my friends in manga club in middle school, and I would read it in the library's one meeting room to them in the dark. I printed it out. Bless you, thank you. I read it to them in the dark, with all the lights off, with only the light from a flashlight to guide me. So I told that one to the kids, and I was like, you better, in my head I was like, you guys have better pass that story on, because that one is special to me. Anyway, I think that's all I have in terms of work. In terms of personal life, oh, some stuff has been happening, guys. You will not believe it. So, a friend of mine, tell some horror stories, Quartz. Okay, so fishing on Saturday had a 35-second delay. In terms of sorry. In terms of personal life, a friend of mine from middle school connected with me a bit ago, actually. They messaged me via Tumblr, and said, hey, it's me. No, I'm not a bot. And I was like, holy fucking shit, wait, you haven't talked to me in like, God, how long has it been since they talked to me last? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been like 6 years, I think, since they last talked to me, and I honestly never thought that they'd talk to me again. Just on based on how we ended things, because we like ended off on pretty bad terms. But I was so surprised to see them message me again and get into contact with me. And just wanted to get, like catch up and stuff, because they work in a place I will not disclose for privacy reasons, but they work with students, and that one of their students reminds them of me, and I was very surprised at that. So they got into contact with me to talk about just the past and catch up on some stuff, and we're actually going to meet up this, not this weekend, but this, like a weekend or two from now. Hold on. Let me look at the calendar. Like 2 weeks from now, we're going to meet up. We still need to iron the details out, because we just figured a weekend to meet up. We haven't ironed out a time or a day specifically, or where we even were meeting, but I'll have to message them about that. But oh my god, I just got so excited. I was like, holy fucking shit. It's also kind of funny that they appeared back into my life when, you know, someone that I used to be friends with and I no longer are talking. I think it's fate trying to tell me something, but also it's very nice. So that's something I'm looking forward to completely and utterly. Very, very happy about that. Also, I went on my first ever outing by myself. At the ripe age of 24, I went to a secondhand bookstore by myself. I've never done that before. I'm very proud of myself, though. And I have I come bearing gifts for myself that I want to talk to you guys about. I had a similar encounter recently when I was messaging someone for a bit, and they said they went to middle school together, and I had no memory of it, and I was like, oh geez, I'm an asshole, Amal. Yeah. That's interesting, though. Interesting parallel. Also, hang on, let me get the things. I need to, I'm so excited about this, you guys have no idea. I'm beyond thrilled. I have to grab them up, though, because, I went a little overboard. Hold on. Oh god, please don't fall. Oh jeez. Oh god, I have a stack of stuff. Hold on. How did I pick this up on accident? Everything's falling apart. Oh no. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me, everybody. Oh, I grabbed all of my CDs on accident. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, well, I spoiled it. Whoops. I bought a bunch of CDs. I bought a bunch of CDs. Hell yeah, I love going to bookstores alone and being the most mysterious person in the building. Yeah. I have a whole bunch of CDs now because, you know, I got my first couple of paychecks and I was like, ooh, I should spend some money on myself. And I went a little overboard. I also bought something for myself again today. And then I'm not buying anything for myself for a bit. Can you guess what they are? This is gonna be a long delay, but I think you know what? I'm not even gonna wait. I bought a whole bunch of Beatles CDs. You guys can't see. I'm holding them to the camera as if you could see. I do have a camera, but I'm not turning it on, obviously. But I have a whole bunch of CDs that I bought, Beatles CDs. I came home from the bookstore with my stack. I wanted to show my dad because I got super excited, and also I bought him a Foreigner CD, and he was like, "You're gonna get sick of the Beatles," and I'm like, "Oh, buddy, you have no idea." He also said I was being obsessive. Like, yeah, buddy, that's what a hyperfixation is. hate to break the news to you there. Anyway, I have how many CDs did I buy? Hold on, let me count. I bought a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8, now 9, because I bought one today. CDs. I went a little overboard. I'll admit I went a little overboard. We all knew it was going to be the Liverpool Boys. Shut up, alright? Shut up. Let me tell you what CDs I got, because I'm excited to have them. Okay, so I have, with the Beatles, I got Help. I have, Rubber Soul. Sgt. Pepper's, obviously, Sgt. Pepper's. Magical Mystery Tour, which is my most shocking buy by far. I did not think I would find this. Same with the Beatles, frankly, or even Help. I did not think I would get this. I also have Abbey Road, which is a given. I have the second anthology. I wanted to get the first one with all of their older music, but alas, I will settle for the second one, which has older music on it, but yeah. And then I have an ultra rare tracks. This one was the most expensive one at $20, but it was worth it because it's got songs on here that are like alternate takes or versions that haven't been released before, at least for me anyway. So those are all the ones that I bought on my outing by myself. And the one that I bought today, I bought a Hard Day's Night because I didn't have it and I wanted it. Now I have it. At least I won't have to bug my dad anymore for... I'm so sad though because I wanted to get the White Album for myself. That's the main one I wanted, other than Sgt. Pepper's. I wanted to get the White Album for myself so I could stop borrowing it from my dad, but alas, I will have to get it another time. Hello, welcome in. I'm talking about all the CDs I bought. Yeah, so these are all the albums. Nothing for me, shaking my head. Sorry! Let's see. Which ones have I listened to so far that I can give a real quick review? Okay, Rubber Soul, Sgt. Pepper's, and Magical Mystery Tour. I haven't actually really listened to all of them. I've been meaning to listen to the other ones, but I haven't had a chance. I listened, because it was John's birthday recently, John Lennon's birthday, I listened to the compilation CD that my dad had lent me for his birthday, so I skipped the day of listening to all my new albums. And same with yesterday, I just took the White Album with me because I was having a bad day and it's my comfort album right now. But so 3, the White Album will pop up eventually. No way an album that famous isn't in a bookstore. I literally saw it at the bookstore today. I was at Barnes & Noble today. That's where I got A Hard Day's Night from. But it was $32 and I was pissed. I was like, what the fuck? Why is it $32? Absurd. I'm not paying $32 for that. Excuse me. Anyways, I'm gonna give a real quick review for Rubber Soul, Sgt. Pepper's, and Magical Mystery Tour. Okay, I'll do it in order of the way I listen to the albums. So I'll start with Sgt. Pepper's. I've listened to Sgt. Pepper's all the way through before. I think it's the first Beatles album that I've completely listened through all the way through, because I haven't listened to the White Album all the way through. Please don't get mad at me. Let me just make it so I can actually see what I'm reading. The back of this is so hard to see because it's just pure red and then black text, and I can't see it in the dark. Let's see. Well, let's see. I do quite like Sgt. Pepper's. This is a fun album to listen to on my way home from work, and like to and from work. It's a fun album. I like it, and I gotta listen to it the way it was kind of intended. I don't have a record player, sadly, so I can't listen to the record of it, but I will say, fun. Yes, I did listen to Sgt. Pepper's finally. Love the opening track. It's very fun, and also it's just really fun. Like, I have the opening line of it stuck in my head, which is like, 20 years ago today. Oh, it was 20 years ago today. The Sgt. Pepper's taught the band to play. I fucking get that stuck in my head so much. I can't stand it. I finally listened to With a Little Help from My Friends. It's cute. I think it's a very cute song. And also, I finally learned the origin of Billy Shears, which is Ringo's alter ego. Why the fuck why did people steal that away from him to make it, like, not Paul? I don't know why they stole it from him. That's so sad that Ringo no longer has dibs on Billy Shears. Not that I think he fucking cares, but still, it's kind of sad. But I love With a Little Help from My Friends. Of course, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Classic. I already heard that one. It's very good. Getting Better is a blur to me, but I'm pretty sure it's really good from last I remember. Fixing a Hole. I just think of the blooper. Fixing a Hole. I think of that. Best Ringo song. It is very good. I just think of that. I can't remember what Fixing a Hole is about, but half this album's a blur to me because I was listening to it on one of my rough days. She's Leaving Home is kind of sad, but I love it. It's very good. Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite is a very interesting song. Very circusy, which was the intention, and I like it. I think it's very good. Within You Without You is already a banger. I already listened to that one because of Leah's playlist that she made for me. When I'm 64, also I've heard that one from Leah's playlist. It's very much a grandma song, which I think is fantastic. Lovely Rita. My dad sang a bit of this at me when he saw the album. What was it? I also have a new fixation. I've been fixated on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I want a Roger Plus so bad, and I have an animation cell, but they're like $2K. I don't have that kind of money. Yeah, that's totally fair. Shout out to you for having a new fixation. You and I are in, like, new fixation territory. I with the Beatles and you with Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's totally and utterly fair. We're on, like, opposite ends. Let me see, where was I? Oh, Good Morning, Good Morning. Half this fucking album feels like a drug trip, honestly. I like Good Morning, Good Morning. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band, The Reprise. Very good. It's just the outro to the album, sans A Day in the Life, which is my favorite song off of this album. Controversial, not even controversial, it is a good song. I love A Day in the Life. But yes, I love Sgt. Pepper's. Overall, good album. I would probably listen to it again on the way to work. Let's see. This one. Okay, hang on. I'm getting a meme. Yeah. That is basically the... I forgot about that part in Getting Better. Leo sent me a meme that says, Getting Better, Paul's verse, school sucks, man, ahaha, and then John's verse, I mentally and physically abuse my wife. It's even more weird because Paul's singing that song, so it's even weirder to hear him say those verses about not being good to a woman out of his mouth, and I'm just, because I know for a fact I think that John wrote that part, so it's just like, okay. A Day in the Life is also my favorite from Sgt. Pepper's, yeah. Alright, Magical Mystery Tour is a fun album, and I will defend it till the day I die. A lot of people don't like this album, and I understand that. Because it came after Sgt. Pepper, so obviously the powerhouse that is Sgt. Pepper's is gonna overshadow this album that is a Magical Mystery Tour. But I love Magical Mystery Tour so goddamn bad. This cheered me up when I was having a horrible day. I can't not crack a smile when I'm listening to this one. It's only got 11 tracks, and it looped. I mean, Sgt. Pepper's looped when I was on my way home too, but this one looped when I was on my way home, and I just couldn't not crack a smile. So, Magical Mystery Tour, love, good song, good opening song. I've loved Who Framed Roger Rabbit as a kid, mainly for Jessica, but now rewatching it as an adult, I understand everything in its meaning, and it's so fucking good. I need to give it a rewatch. It's been a few years since I watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I have it on VHS. I wish my VHS player still works so I could watch my VHS tapes, but alas, it does not. Shame. They don't make people who can fix VHS players anymore. Anyway, sorry. Magical Mystery Tour. Good opening song. I mean, I heard a snippet of it from the freaking Minecraft movie trailer. Terrible trailer, by the way. I hated it. But it's a good song. Fool on the Hill. I zoned out while listening to that song a little bit, but I do quite enjoy Fool on the Hill. Fool on the Hill. And it also just makes me think of this GIF set I saw of Paul rolling his eyes to that song. And yeah. Magical Mystery Tours, Whimsy Max, Beatles at their finest. Oh yeah. Flying is just an instrumental track, but the first time I heard it, of course I'm in my car, so there's a lot of car noise going on, but it's a good track. I like it. Blue Jay Way. Look, okay, I don't know if this is gonna be a controversial opinion or not, but it is my current favorite of the album. Of course, there are other good ones here, but I'm obsessed with Blue Jay Way to an unnatural degree, and I can't fucking tell you why. There's something about it, okay? It's a very simple track. But I can't not stop listening to it. It's like that first time in our Fantano arc right now. Shut up! I mean, shut up. I mean, whatever. I'm obsessed with it. I can't get over it. I keep listening to it. Hello, welcome in. I'm reviewing Beatles albums real quick before we do quizzes. I'm eating up so much of stream time just talking about the Beatles again. I'm so sorry. I have a problem. Anyway, Blue Jay Way, my beloved. Your Mother Should Know is very good, and also genuinely, like, this song aged very well, because it is like, let's listen to a song from before your mother was born. The Beatles technically are a band from before my mother was born. Although she was born, my mom and my dad were born during the height of, like, Beatles mania, so, like, technically they are a band from their youth, but also from technically kind of from before they were born. Of course, I Am the Walrus. Stellar track. Very good. I love I Am the Walrus. Hello Goodbye. The music video for Hello Goodbye makes me laugh so fucking hard. I can't... it's very clear that Paul just dragged everybody into the fucking music video for the sake of making the music video. Also, I know it's not a music video in the traditional sense because this was before the birth of music videos. And I'm pretty sure it's from Magical Mystery Tour, the movie, but it just makes me laugh so fucking hard because what is going on in that video, dude? Why? My favorite thing is George looking bored, Paul tapping his foot, and then John briefly joining him. John kind of looks like a werewolf. Then there's random hula dancers. It's so bizarre. I can't get over it. It's a good song as well, but it's the music video that makes it for me. Of course, the combo of Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane. Need I say more? They're amazing. Also, I'm still pissed that the official Beatles compilation Best Hits album doesn't have Strawberry Fields Forever, but they have Penny Lane. They should be there together because they're both really fucking good. Also, no songs from the White Album. Whatever, that's a grievance for a different day. Baby, You're a Rich Man. It's pretty good. I quite liked that one, although I can't unhear a specific thing that I was told that was supposedly said in it instead of the actual lyrics, so it's kind of hard to get through that song. And then, All You Need Is Love, I'm ambivalent about. It's okay. I not care for it very much, but I think it's pretty good in any case. Anyway, it's a good album. Good album, and I'll defend it till the day I die, because more people need to listen to it and get exposed to good music. I'm kidding. Alright. Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane, best back-to-back tracks ever of all time. Full stop. Exactly. They're the best back-to-back tracks ever. Like, they're like sisters. They're sister songs. They're made for each other, dude. Anyway, last album I'll talk about, and then we'll do quizzes, I promise. I'm so sorry. I've sidelined stream for almost an hour for this. Rubber Soul. I was so excited to see this. I hate, though, that it's not orange. The logo for Rubber Soul is not orange. It's like a weird beige green. I can't fucking tell you what color that is. I'm not crazy about All You Need Is Love. I'll back you on that. God bless. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not a fan of it. Anyway, Rubber Soul. I did not know this album started with Drive My Car. I fully thought that this song would come later, so when I cranked the album on my car and I started driving off to work, and I just hear Drive My Car start playing, I lost my mind. I was like, holy fucking shit, wait, what? I love Drive My Car. It's a very good song. I love it a lot. And then immediately after that, it hits me with Norwegian Wood, and I love Norwegian Wood too. So I was like, what are you doing hitting me with, like, the best songs on this album right away? Holy shit. God, You Won't See Me is so unmemorable, I can't remember it. I can't remember it, and I'm pretty sure I liked it, though. Shit, dude, but You Won't See Me, I think is... Actually, no. I do remember a little bit of You Won't See Me. Because that's the one where it's like, dude, I know you're home. Come visit me, you jackass. Or something like that. Right, and Nowhere Man immediately after... Oh, I love Nowhere Man. He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody. I love Nowhere Man, it's so good. I had to play Drive My Car with a band for school when I was like 15, so I got a lot of nostalgia starting that one. I get it. It's a good song. Real good. Think for Yourself. I don't remember that one either. I don't remember that one. A lot of these songs I don't remember and I feel bad. The Word was okay. Not my favorite. Michelle, My Beloved is such a good song. Also pairs well with Girl. Those two go back to back they're like sister songs as well, because I'm pretty sure like Michelle is like the initial catalyst, and then Girl is like the response from John, because it's like Paul singing about a girl he loves named Michelle, and then John's like, no, that girl sucks. Is there anybody going to listen to my story? All about the girl who came to stay. Oh my god, I love Girl so much. Sorry, I totally also skipped over What Goes On. And that's the song that has the only credit for Ringo. I'm so sorry, Ringo. It's like Lennon McCartney Starkey, which is Ringo's actual last name. But What Goes On is a good song, I will say that. I was also surprised to hear Ringo sing. I was like, holy fucking shit, Ringo? I'm looking through you. I don't remember that one, but I think it was good. And then, of course, there's In My Life. That one makes me sad, but I love In My Life. It's a good song. Wait. I don't remember either. If I Needed Someone, I also don't remember. And Run For Your Life, I think I remember a little bit. Needless to say, I'm terrible when it comes to this album in my memory, but it was a good album overall, I would say. Is it any coincidence that the only songs I remember from that fucking album are the ones that are in Leah's playlist? Maybe. Okay, fuck. Now I have to remember how these went. I put these in order of their release year. Now I have to put them back in the order that I put them in. Fuck. Shit, okay, hold on. Okay. I think the next one I'm gonna listen to is Help. Because Help is a very special album to me, because it's the very first thing I ever saw of the Beatles outside of the internet. There was a poster for the movie Help in an abandoned theater that I passed. We passed. It was me, my girlfriend, and her friends. We passed it. I saw it in the like preview mirror thing, window thing. So yeah, Help is a very special album to me. When did this one release? Hang on, so 65? Okay, then that one was 64. Fuck, I have to remember. This one was also 65. I'm gonna put it after Help, because that makes sense. John Lennon being unapologetically evil and terrible and running your life. I don't remember. I'd have to listen to it again. It does sound like a song he would be, a song he would be evil on. God, I'm having a hard time. I'm sorry. Also, yeah, In My Life is my favorite Beatles song, period. Totally fair. I get it. I get it. Alright, I figured it out. We're all good. Put these in order of release year. I'm such a nerd. God help me. Also, I need to listen to Abbey Road, but I'm terrified of listening to Abbey Road. So, like, I cannot express how terrified I am to listen to it. Because it's like the last of the technically, like, it's like the most popular Beatles album ever. Everyone loves Abbey Road. I'm terrified to listen to it, even though I have listened to a couple of songs off of it, and they were good. But I am terrified of it. I don't know why. I am. Also, fun fact, there was also copies of Let It Be at the bookstore I went to. I didn't buy it, though, because I knew for a fact I would not care for it. And I was right, because I only like maybe one or two songs off of Let It Be. Anyway, I think that's all I have in terms of Beatles stuff for you today. Unless I start doing Beatles talk during the quizzes. Because, oh, believe it or not, this isn't a Beatles stream. Shocker. I'm doing quizzes. Oh my god, I sidelined the stream for an hour. I need help. Help. I need somebody to help. Not just anybody. Help. Anyone. Help. I need some help. Alright, anyways, I sidelined stream for an hour. Let's do some sporcle quizzes. That's why you all actually are here. Not to hear me info dump about the Beatles for the billionth time. So, excuse me. Let's get, That's my Bob Ross window. Let's get this one. The sparkle quizzes. Is it like how I set it up? Oh, let's fucking go! Abby Roadhouse, Here Comes the Sun, and She's So Happy, and Maxwell Silverhammer and Come Together because, yeah. And also, Oh Darling. Oh, I love Oh Darling. And You Never Give Me Your Money. I have listened to all of those. And Oh Darling and You Never Give Me Your Money. Those ones are also very good. Anyway! Guys, we're doing Sporcle quizzes. Now, if you don't know what Sporcle is a quiz website where a lot of people can, it's like user-curated, like user-created quizzes that you can answer in differing categories. So let me show you what I mean. So there's a list of categories from sports to geography to music and movies and all sorts of other stuff. And we can do whatever we want, and if we hit random quiz, it'll give us a random quiz in a random category, such as speed geography. Can you name the answers to the geography questions at the time limit? And in this one, they say there's questions and answers, and I have to answer 50 in 3 minutes to get a perfect score. Might ruin us on the Sporcle quizzes, I'm not gonna lie. Will it? Well, if that's the case, do you guys want me to, stop the stream and start it over again? Is that what is, hang on, there is a 35-second delay. Would you guys want me to split the stream then? Would you want me to end stream, start it over? I hate having a 35-second delay. Because I can do that. It's not the ideal thing, but I will do that if that is what you guys want. Hang on, I'm getting water again. Okay. I have a bit of a headache as well. Oh, my leg. Oh, I strained my leg at work. What is the consensus? I must wait. Ba ba bum ba bum ba bum ba 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 ba. You know, I don't even know where the hang on. Okay. Chat won't be able to help you immediately.